playing?
Oh, yeah. Sunset Rewind. Back at you again for another week. Bye week officially in the Sunset Rewind. So I guess this was week 5, technically, because you count 0 week. So Edison played and CDM played, and we're joined today by Jared Schnorr of Edison. Thanks for being here, Jared.
Of course.
Made that long trip up to Bakersfield, so let's get right into it and talk about Edison football this week.
Yeah, and again, a big shout out to Jared for coming in. I reached out to him earlier in the week, and I don't have these guys' numbers, so it's hard to get a hold of them, but we want to start bringing in a player every week to talk about the game with us and just kind of listen to what the fans have to say. And so he didn't get back to me, but I'm thinking, he probably doesn't check Twitter all that often or X. And so now I'm kind of getting nervous, like we want to get somebody on the show. Yeah. So I had Taryn, who was at the CDM game, say, go ask a couple CDM players if they want to come in. So he did. And then right after they agreed to come in, of course, Jared gets back to me, I'd love to be on the show. I'm sorry, I didn't read my Twitter. So I'm like,
thanks to him and his mom for getting here bright and early today.
So we double booked. But ironically, the CDM guys I reached out to, Taryn, you said you got their number, but I don't think you got the right number because it went straight to voicemail. Okay. Then it said there's no message box set up. And they never got back to me. So,
Taryn, did you check the yellow pages?
Did you get the right number, Taryn?
Taryn, do you know what the yellow pages are?
Grant was the one that basically entered it. So.
Oh, you're blaming Zach?
Uh-oh.
Giuliano? Well, we invited Zach and Telesco on, so maybe we'll have them on for Battle of the Bay.
Right.
Anyway, all right.
So let's talk about Edison. Edison playing
Wilcox on the road in
from
Bakersfield.
Santa Clara, where the San Francisco 49ers play.
Right, and they kind of met halfway.
Halfway in Bakersfield. That's a great stadium, by the way.
Yeah,
it was Bakersfield
awesome.
City College. Yeah.
How was the road trip, by the way, before we get into the game? I mean,
it wasn't too bad. It felt like super short. It was like around 4 hours, I would say.
Oh, that's
Okay.
it?
Yeah. It was. We had nice buses. So,
Charter buses.
Yeah, charter buses. So
right.
it wasn't too bad.
So let me ask you a quick question. You guys have kind of become the road warriors by default this year.
Yeah.
You've driven to San Diego, LA, Bakersfield. Now, you guys are kind of in the primes of your lives athletically and physically. Does it take a toll on you a little bit, a lot, or not at all?
Not really. When we travel as a team, it's kind of fun for us because we all could talk.
Yeah,
and
it's good bonding time, right?
Good
Yeah.
bonding.
So it's not a big deal.
No, it's not a big deal.
All right, well, let's get in the
I
game.
like it, yeah.
Good. So you guys, we're at Bakersfield against Wilcox. They run the veer, so early on, here's a concept you see a lot of teams run. They're going to clear out with their receivers, and Julius Gillick is going to just simply run to the flat. It's about a 2-yard pass, but again, it's tough for that linebacker to keep pace.
Oh.
And then he trucks
lowers
him,
a shoulder.
Playing physical ball early on, so Edison sending the message. This is the first drive of the game. And then watch Kyle Wang. He's going to kick out the outside linebacker. Just a great block. Gets good leverage. His hands are inside.
Oh, geez.
And that's just free money for Julius. Nice job. So at this point, it's 7-0.
Put him on skates.
Yeah. Wilcox would come back and tie the game up, but then Edison would answer. Jacob Martin, one of the wide receivers, and Save puts it right where it needs to be. A defender on him, the sideline to the outside. It's going to set them up with 1st and goal. And then from there, Jacob Martin's going to run a little combo route with, I believe that's Mason York up top. It's going to it's going to not pick him, but just kind of get in the way enough where he creates some space.
I always love that on the defense. If it's a penalty, it's called a pick, but on offense, it's called a rub, and it's legal.
He rubbed him just a little
Right.
bit. Hey, man, if the ref doesn't call it, it didn't happen, right?
That's right.
Okay, so if I was going to put together a clinic on how to stop the option or the veer, watch this. You've got the backer and the 2 defensive tackles. They're going to shut down the dive. All right, so now the quarterback's going to pull it. Problem is you got a defensive end in your face.
Staying at home.
So now he's going to flip it, and you got 1, 2, 3 defenders closing in. That is perfect team defense against the veer. And you got to be disciplined. Everybody's got to do their job.
Got to seal the edge
Stay
there.
at home, play your man. Okay, Mr. Hansen. Now, typically when you roll out your quarterback, the middle linebacker who's in his typical starting position should not be a problem. Well, watch Mr. Hansen. Just takes off, attacks the gap. And again, if he was lined up in the gap, I get it, but he's coming from the starting position and gets in the quarterback's face. And then Jacob Martin, again, had an outstanding night, 2 touchdowns. Going to run a quick little slant on the inside.
Oh, nice throw, Save.
Niamata finds the gap, and just like that, 21-7 Edison. All right, now defense. Jake Moore, the outside linebacker, one of your guys.
Yeah, he's one of my friends for a very long time.
Did you guys play ball together when you were younger?
Pop
Okay.
Warner, yeah.
All right, nice. So they're going to do a good job blocking him, but he doesn't quit on the play. He keeps battling, gets off the block, creates a strip, recovers the fumble, And who's this right here? Fired up. Who's 0?
That's me.
That's you. Now watch his body
Mr.
language.
Schnorr.
By the way, whenever there's a fumble or potential fumble, do your coaches tell you start signaling that way just in case that
get the refs believing it's going the other way.
Okay, so you were doing your job. And watch him here, fired up, grabbing your knee pad. Now the hammy, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Just
right.
fixing my pants.
All
No, I know the refs are always yelling at you guys about the knee pads.
Yeah.
That's right. And Gillick, again, I'll tell you what, behind any great running back is an outstanding offensive line. You watch the right side of that line just blow the defense away, and the rest is all Julius. And let's watch it again from the end zone. I want you to Saggio, get down. Here, let's beat this up a little bit. And Connor Peterson. They're just going to remove these defenders. And now the center's taking out the backer. Boom. And the rest is all
Dude, he
Julius.
removes him right out of the frame.
Yeah. I mean, that's why you get on the sled every day. That's why you lift all those weights for opportunities like this. And then Gavin Slaughter, the safety. Is he a strong or free safety?
He's the free safety.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's going to read run. There's no pitch man, so now it's just him and the quarterback.
Oh,
Comes up,
what a
lays
nice
the boom.
fill.
Good team defense.
Nice fill.
And then more defense. This time Jake Mentor has got to run with this man, loses it. They try to rub him a little bit, but he recovers. Nice one-handed grab in the corner of the end zone.
Wow.
How did you guys practice for the veer this week? Did you guys you actually use a ball? I know some teams.
We
they'll-
actually didn't use a ball during practice.
Okay.
How we practiced was we'd have like 3 different runners each time, and then we'd have to like
Everybody had their
different
guy, their
guys-
area.
Yeah. Different guys get the other runners, and it was pretty stressful because once in a while there'd be one running free, no idea like where he ran, and
Because, again, you're not playing the ball. You're playing your man, your
you're playing the
responsibility.
man,
We used to
yeah.
do that at Cypress when we played Tustin.
How much film did you have on those guys?
we had like 4 games. We had
Okay,
a decent
good.
amount.
So
of
you knew
film.
what to expect.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
knew what was coming.
Okay, so let's get back to it. Back on offense this time, Julius again. Great job by the offensive line getting that home. Then after that, that's all Julius. But, those first 5 yards, that belongs to the O-line. They created that. And anything after that is on the running back. Let's watch this again from the end zone cam. Watch Mackay, and then the center, Ben Gladney, is going to step down and give him a little help, but then he's going to peel off to the backer, so it's step, boom, and now he picks up the backer. That's how quick it is. Just those little things create big results. And again, more defense. This time Noah Thompson's going to cross the face of the right guard, and the quarterback never has a chance. I mean, that's just being aggressive. Again, let's watch this from the end zone. Just that good. And the thing is, the offense knows the snap count.
Right.
There's really no excuse for this. But again, that D line of Edison, they got that speed.
Oh, wow.
It's just a menace.
That's a great job, Noah.
And then, now you pronounce this Skylar, correct?
Yeah,
To
Skyler.
be clear, Skylar Williamson. It's an interesting spelling. The defensive end, he's going to fight to stay outside, doesn't lose contain. That's his responsibility, and just keeps working and working, gets him all the way to the quarterback and gets a sack. So great defense all night long by this Edison team. And did you have to adjust a little bit after that first drive to kind of?
Yeah, after the first drive, we kind of adjusted to like what they were actually doing, and we actually came back like playing basically perfect against it.
Yeah, and it's hard to replicate that at practice against your
Yeah.
scouts. And so when you get it in real time, it's a little bit more challenging.
Yeah, it was a lot faster when they like came to the ball. It was like right now.
And then you adjust, recover, and you got stepped
yeah.
up. All right, so we got some stickers.
Who are you going with this week, Coach?
I got a couple guys in mind, but I think the person I'm going to give it to is I think Jacob Martin
Okay.
had an outstanding ball game as a
Nice,
wide receiver.
nice.
2 touchdowns in a 21-7 game. But I also want to give a shout out to your bus driver. This guy's driven to San Diego,
Yeah.
L.A., Bakersfield.
Yeah.
You got to give that guy some love. And you guys haven't crashed yet. So
Yeah.
Yeah, the Edison preseason, they've played in San Diego, 2 LA schools, Bakersfield, school from up north. They've played 1 Orange County team, San Clemente. So
yeah.
it's getting to the Sunset League is going to be nice, a little
Yeah.
more local games. I'm going to give my helmet sticker this week to the entire Edison football program for the toughness, the resilience they've shown. I mean, having those 2 games canceled in Maui had to have been disappointing, but obviously had to be done. So just the resilience you guys showed in being flexible and just adjusting to a challenging situation and still getting 5 preseason games in, that was awesome.
Put it
so
on.
Props to the whole Edison organization, coaches, players, families, trainers, teams, bus drivers, everyone involved with Edison.
Is there anybody you want to recognize? Since you're a special guest, you want to give a sticker out?
I think Noah Thompson had a really
All right,
awesome
put it on,
game.
man.
Yeah.
This is for Noah.
Noah Thompson.
By the way, you
Right
guys
there.
are one of the few teams that put stickers on your helmets. Can you explain
Yeah.
a couple of their stars and skulls and crossbones?
I like the,
what do those
the
signify?
gorilla
or what?
too, right?
Yeah. So
So what does each one mean?
the star means is offensive sticker. So if we win, everyone gets one, and you also get individual like touchdown, like 100+ yards, or linemen get like percentage blocks and
Right.
blocking touchdowns. The wild man is defense only. You get like a pick is one wild man, a sack's a wild man.
The wild man.
Yeah.
The wild man, I love it.
5 tackles, you get one.
That's
It's just
awesome.
like it's
And that's
pretty
the skull
cool.
or the gorilla?
That's this guy here.
That's
Oh yeah,
the wild
okay.
man.
So what's the skull? Is
The
that like a
skull
crusher?
is offense as well. It's like
Put someone on their back.
it's like offensive player of the week, lineman of the week. Like I think 200+ yards. So the skull is like the top of the top you can
Okay.
get.
Who's leading the team in stickers this year?
I think Mr. Hoy Hansen has
Mr.
it.
Hansen?
I think.
Well,
I'm
I'm
pretty
not
sure he
surprised.
has it. Yeah.
It's funny
He
because when
has
you
a
get in the
lot.
playoffs and you play those teams that have
Yeah.
stickers, you know who their dudes are because it's just
Yeah.
covered from. They're like, "All right,
Yeah.
avoid that guy.
It's either Hoy or one of the linemen.
All right. Well, we'll see as the season progresses. So actually, we have another game. I don't know where Dole's going.
Give you another sticker.
No. All right. Well, anyway, we had another game. It's actually your opponent next week, CDM. Have you had a chance
Yeah.
to watch film on them, or do you guys do that on Mondays?
I've watched a little bit of film. We have, I think, all of their games, and I'm probably going to tune in later today and watch a lot of film.
So your Saturday practice is more about your last week's
Yeah,
games,
Saturday practice
cleaning up.
we go over the game Friday, and then after that we lift, and then we get to go home.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's break down the Sea
Yeah,
Kings.
how
Your
the Sea
next week's
Kings do.
opponent. It's gonna be a heck of a
Tough
ball
game this week at Tribuco Hills. Our buddy Taryn went down there and covered this game for us.
T-Rod was working it. All right, so let's see. Early on, and again, same concept. Edison does this where you're going to have your wide receivers go deep vertical, and then it's Lucas Wyatt's going to,
That was
Sneak
almost
out
like
the
a
flat.
Canadian football motion. You see that?
yeah.
Going forward on the snap.
You got to be careful. That
Yeah,
is
that's
illegal.
You got to be very careful. The timing has to be perfect on that.
Same concept, different formation. Your tight end and your wide are going to go deep. You're just going to dump. This time it's Stecker into the flat. And again, it's just a 3-yard pass, but he picks about 15, 20 extra yards just because there's so much space. Those linebackers, they've got to stick with that fullback or the running back on those plays. Again, first drive, it's 4th down. They're going to go for it. Caleb's just going to follow his blockers, get up in there, show his toughness, pick
Tough
up a
game.
critical first down. Yeah, and then again, watch Zach Julian on the tight end. Here's the reason why. He's just going to bully this defensive end to the inside. Good leverage. His hands are inside. White gets a little pop there on the defensive end.
That's
Nice
such
job, White.
a great offensive weapon when you have a tight end that can not only catch but block like that.
Yeah, and when you're 6'5", there's 2 of them.
Yeah, the Twin Towers.
Boydell, the Twin Towers. So that's you got your handful, Jared, next week with those tight ends.
Yeah.
So see if you guys come up with a good game plan. So they're going to finish the drive. Russell Weir's just going to do a little go route, use those
Yep, high point it.
the high points it, and just a nice throw and catch. So they'd go up 7-0. Tribuco would respond and actually go for 2. So for a while
Yeah.
here,
It's 8-7 at halftime,
8-7,
right?
That's right.
Yeah.
So I was getting a little nervous there, getting the updates. Christian Brooks. There's one of the reasons why he was co-linebacker of the year for the league last year. They're essentially going to go empty, and it's a QB draw. And I'm telling you, tackling an athlete in space is not easy. And Jared, you know that, right? When
Yeah,
when that
it's-
back breaks through,
It's really hard.
you got to get low,
Yeah.
break down. It's not easy. So
Yeah.
watch it from the end zone so you get a little better perspective and appreciation that here we are.
Just kind of
low,
waits on it,
just-
sniffs it out,
Just uses that speed and quickness. He's such a good player.
and pops right back up. It
Yeah,
like it's
fired
nothing.
up.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Thomas Telesco, the hit of the night. So CDM's only going to rush 3. So when you've got 8 dropping, you've got a lot of help from front, behind. And so when that ball's in the air, you can get a little more aggressive because you got all kinds of
He's got the
defenders.
play diagnosed. You can see it right
Boom.
there.
Telesco, good leverage up end zone.
Nice
and,
hit, Telesco.
Lays the boom. I wanted to ask him about that if he'd come in, but we'll bring him in a couple weeks. Again, Colin Penny, another outstanding linebacker. They're going to run Trey at him. He doesn't wait for the lineman. He's playing at his speed and his pace. And again, I want to see that one more time.
Yeah.
So they're running power. They're going to try to block down with the guard and tackle, and this off guard's going to try to kick him out. You don't have to wait for the lineman. If you read and recognize the play, just go get him.
Yeah, just run right past
Yeah,
him.
forget the lineman.
You see the pulling guard. He runs right past him.
If he wants to be slow and lazy, that's his problem. So that's the job by Colin, recognizing that. And again, Zach Giuliano, one of the Twin Towers, Caleb's going to put it right where it needs to be, over the linebacker, in front of the safety. And remember, there's a sideline right there. But when you got a 6'5" tight end, They
And that
can be very
linebacker
forgiving.
played that perfect. I mean, that's
Right.
just a great throw.
Exactly. And Russell Weir, the wide receiver, Taryn, you said this was somebody else, by the way. I had to call Colin and get some clarification, but I forgive you. On 3rd and long, they say they put him in as a pass rusher. He's going to recognize the fumble, recover it, and receivers typically have the best hands, so anytime the ball's on the ground, you want one of those guys getting after it. All right, Christian Brooks again. They're going to run power. Or maybe that was Trey, but again, he sees it, he recognizes it, and fills the gap. Let's watch it from this angle. All right, yeah, they're all blocking down. Gets up in there. Boom, he's got that speed. That's so tough.
He makes it look easy, too.
Yeah,
he really does.
He's gifted. And then Colin had a great night. Coming off the edge, doesn't lose contain, keep fighting, stay outside. Makes it play in the backfield. So they're getting after it defensively. And Tribuco Hills going into this game was scoring a lot of points.
Yeah.
And CDM did a good job keeping them in check. Okay, let's back this up just a little bit. Now, Caleb, I wouldn't recommend doing this next year at Boise State. He's kind of dropping back, throws a little floater over the middle. Now, more times than not, that's going to be picked. I'm just telling you, that's dangerous. And look, you got 3 defensive guys that could close in. I'm telling you, next level, that's getting picked. But, Dorset Sticker is a great. Well, let me ask you this, Jared. If you see a floater in the air like that, are you almost licking your chops like that's?
Yeah, like
I got a shot at this one, right?
Yeah.
But Dorset does come down. I don't want to be too hard on Caleb. It's a great throw and catch, but just be careful with those. All right. Now, it's just late in the third. Colin Penny is going to kick a field goal, get them the lead for good. They'd go up 10-8. Wouldn't look back, but it was still pretty close and competitive for a while. And then more defense. Colin Penny coming off the edge. Okay, this is more about good discipline. They're going to try to run Trey, or they're going to fake Trey. Watch Colin. It's very easy to want to follow the pulling guard and tackle, but you got to stay home when you're the defensive end. Be patient. Sorry about this. Okay, it's instinctive to follow those guys, right? And Colin starts to, but he realizes, hey, I've got outside contain. He's going to stay home, recover, doesn't bite, and forces the errant pass. So just good team discipline by the linebacker. All right, Lucas Wyatt. Now, we're going to get a down block by the tight end, a down block by the tackle. Down. We're going to kick right here with the pulling guard. That's a great job. Now the receiver is going to block the linebacker.
Goes second level.
And now this is all Wyatt.
Nice.
That's just a great job by the offensive line. Everybody doing their job. Trey is one of the best plays in football when it's run properly. Let's try it from this angle as well. Down, kick, get up in there. Oh, pancakes 31. Nice job, 56. Just a good, solid run play by the CDMC Kings. All right, Russell Weir late in the game. This would put it away. Man in motion, just one-on-one. Caleb recognizes it, puts the ball right where it has to be. High points
Nice
it.
throw. Nice throw. Good catch.
So they would go on to win the game 17. I think they scored
15.
late, right? Yeah, 17-15. They'd hang on and got the W. So we actually got a coach heading interview. So let me cue that up real quick. Anytime Taryn gets an interview, we got to all right, here we go. Are we good on volume, guys? Oh, I know where it is. I found it. Hold on. Audio. All right. Jeez, we've lost about 50 viewers on this one. All right, let's start over. Coach Heddig.
All right, this is Taryn Rodriguez of Sunset Rewind with Kevin Heddig, head coach of Corona Del Mar football, following his team's 17-15 win over Tribuco Hills. All right, Coach, it was a grinded-out victory over a talented Tribuco Hills team. What did your team need to do in order to get the win over the Mustangs?
Yeah, it was an ugly win. Hats off to Tribuco. They played tough. They did a lot of things right. Their game plan was good. They kept us off the field offensively. They kind of grinded us out, on their side, on their offensive side of the ball. But our kids had to overcome a lot of penalties, and that's on us. That's a discipline piece that we need to clean up. But we were met with a lot of different challenges throughout the night, and we overcame it.
Now, you obviously had the tall task of slowing down Taylor Bowie, their star running back, and you did a really good job of doing that. Were you practicing slowing down the run game of Taylor Bowie?
Yeah, he's a super talented back and a physical kid. Our run fits were great. They got us there a couple times on that little rear look where the quarterback pulled it out, and that gave us some problems. But our defense, they played really well tonight, and to keep. To when they're in 4-down territory and you got a guy like that, running it, it's tough we need a big stop on first down and put him in bad down and distance to kind of turn the ball over. But yeah, we were focused on Bowie for sure. He's a stud.
Now, going into this game, you're on a 2-game skid. This was the week before league. How important was this game before going into that league game against Edison?
This game was extremely important, obviously, and we just wanted to reestablish our physical presence a little bit after the last couple of weeks, and then having to sit there and think about those 2 weeks during the bye week. But our kids did that. They met the challenge. This game again, it's a win. It's an ugly win against, I thought, a team that played very well and was very good tonight. They were coached extremely well tonight, and it was an uphill battle a lot of the night. But our kids fought hard and played well.
And then next week you've got Edison. They beat Wilcox today. What's it going to take down Edison?
They're phenomenal. They're the whole Sunset League. Every team in the Sunset League, every game's going to be tough. It's first of all, it's going to take not having 17 penalties, or I don't know what the number is. You guys probably do. We're going to have to cut that stuff out. We can't be second and 20 all night, or whatever. But we're going to have to play. We're going to have to play extremely well, and we have some things to clean up, and that's why tonight was good, because we can kind of go back, evaluate, and clean up what we need to clean up.
Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the win. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Great win for the Sea Kings, and thank you, Coach Hedig. Always so gracious after the game. What a great guy. On another CDM note, big win for Coach O'Shea this week.
Oh, we got a
St.
W?
Margaret's, yeah.
All right, good for him.
Great win for him.
So let's do stickers real quick.
Yeah, who you got this week?
I'm going to go with Colin Pinay. He had multiple tackles for losses. He had a field goal, 2 PATs, was all over the place. I'm going with Colin.
I'm going to go with the CDM defense because Taryn texted us earlier before the show. This was the least amount of points that Trabuco Hills had scored this week, and tough game. And, they say great teams win the close games. 17-15, close game. So I'm going to go with the CDM defense for getting the job done.
All right, so next week on Fan Zone, we're going to do all our predictions, but CDM Edison, we have a little inside information here. Do you have any buddies on the on the CDM team?
I don't know. I don't think I know anyone on the CDM team.
Any like Newport maybe, or Huntington? Any guys you grew up with?
I have a few friends on Huntington I've known for a while, and I don't believe I know anyone on Newport either.
No Losal, no Fountain Valley?
I have a couple of friends on Losal too, from 7v7 tournaments and stuff like that.
Now, do you play in one of those leagues, or is that kind of just...
I did. I usually played like every off season. I had a team called SoCal Elite. It was like kind of like an Edison-based team, and I'd usually play, but this last season, like my junior to senior year, I didn't play.
And do you play other sports, or was it just?
It was just I was running track, and then after that, I had a couple like minor injuries, so I just wanted to get everything back to how it was.
Are those teams typically coached by one of the coaches on your staff, or is it usually kind of an outside deal?
We sometimes have an Edison coach come out, but it's usually an outside deal on the other teams. Yeah.
Does that become almost too much between that, and then you've got your own 7-on with the team?
Yeah, it gets a lot sometimes, and that's another reason why I didn't end up playing this.
By the time the season starts, you're worn out, right?
Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot going on, man. And on top of that, you play the drums also.
Yeah,
you still doing that?
No, I haven't played in a couple of years, but yeah,
anything's possible.
Yeah.
So listen, you're gonna hang around for the Fans on show. That's when we break down all of next week's games. We give our predictions. We read the fan comments. Are you good with that?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You don't have practice today? We better not.
No,
It's Sunday.
We're all good. All
right.
All right, that's going to wrap up another week of Sunset Rewind. So if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. You can smash that subscribe button on YouTube right there. You can follow us on Twitter, formerly Twitter, known as X now.
That's how I got Jared in the studio because of X.
Yeah. We're at Sunset_Rewind, and the same is true of Instagram. We're Sunset_Rewind. So make sure and follow us. Get updates all the time on Sunset League information. Taryn's always posting stuff. Thanks for joining us again. Thanks to Murphy and Cole and Taryn and our staff here at Sunset Rewind.
Let's get an
another week in the books.
Air drum to the Who.
Yeah. Thanks to Sean Pfeiffer,
our
buddy, for suggesting the song.
My old boss,
drumming, Sean. Yeah. So
I'd leave it to the Who.
Yeah, I'll leave it to the Who. Take care, everyone. Have a great week. God bless. See you next week.